Astrology is no longer the correct system. There are different systems, namely the classical astrology, the Western astrology, and then there is Vedic astrology. And which system is now the right one? Today I would like to talk about the differences, but before I begin, a warm welcome here on my YouTube channel. And if you want to get a weekly energetic and astrological update, please subscribe to my free newsletter, where I share every week the most important aspects and predictions for you. And this is totally free, and the link you will find under this video. And if you want to open yourself for the wisdom of Vedic astrology, we have an online course where you can learn how to read and analyze a horoscope, and all the informations you find in the link below this video. Maybe you have wondered before why I speak in my astrological predictions, for example, about the full moon in the sign of Taurus. But in Western astrology, the full moon is in the sign of Gemini. How can this be? Must it not be the same for all of us? The Western, also known as the tropical astrology system, starts the zodiac cycle at a 0 point in the sign of Aries. This is the vernal equinox, and this is oriented to the course of the sun. And there begins the first sign of the zodiac, which is Aries. And the Western astrology system is oriented very strong on the sun. But if we actually look in the starry sky, something else shows up. And these are the fixed stars. And they are, in fact, the actual energies which are responsible for the signs of the zodiac. Why, for example, the sign of Aries is assigned to certain energies. Like Aries is very self-centered, sometimes we call it egoistic energies. But the fixed stars, they are named fixed stars. But fixed is not fixed, because those stars, they move. But in reality, they are very slow, and in 72 years they move about 1 degree from the point of view of our Earth. And that means that the fixed stars have moved further and are no longer stand at the 0 degree, at the 0 point of the zodiac. And they move backwards from our perspective. And the zodiacal cycle therefore shifted about 23.5 degrees to that what the Western astrology predicts, because they always start at a 0 point. And this is one of the differences of the system. And this is also the reason why I tried for so many years to understand the Western astrology, but I could not really adapt to these energies, because I am a medium and I can perceive energies very sensitively. And that did not really feel coherent to me and the Western system. And I could also never remember those things they spoke about in Western astrology. When I watch a YouTube video, I can't remember the things they said in the video. And this is for me also a symptom when something does not really adapt properly in my system, because it does not really resonate with me. Then I saw a video on YouTube of a Vedic astrologer. And then something happened in my energy field, and it was like it clicked for me. There was a aha moment for the first time, and I could feel and understand what she speaks about those energies of the planets, because it was in accordance with my own energy system. In Western astrology, if we take only the 4 important royal fixed stars, which were important for the seafarers long ago for the navigation, to find the direction of south, of east, of north and west, and they are called, those 4 fixed stars, Aldebaran, Regulus, Antares and Fomalhaut. And for example, one of those fixed stars, Aldebaran, it is a reddish fixed star. And in the Western astrology system, it is in the sign of Gemini at 9 degrees. But Aldebaran is the eye of the fixed star, the Taurus fixed star. And this is the eye, Aldebaran is the eye of the bull. And the bull belongs to the sign of Taurus. And there is the bull in Vedic astrology. And if you look on the starry sky, you can find it. If you have a star app, then you can look and you find it directly there. Aldebaran is about 50 degrees in the sign of Taurus. In the center, there is the eye. And that is where Taurus belongs. The bull belongs to Taurus. And that means the real beginning of the zodiac cycle, energetically, is in relation to the fixed stars currently at 6.5 degrees in the sign of Pisces. I told you it is 23.5 degrees backward, and Pisces is the sign that is the last before the zodiac starts with Aries, and there is the 0 point at 6.5 degrees in the sign of Pisces, and not at 0 degrees in the sign of Aries. And this is, by the way, the reason why the age of Aquarius has not already begun. Only when the zodiac cycle, the fixed stars, they move more back in the sign of Aquarius. Then when there the 0 point is in Aquarius, then this new age of Aquarius will start. And 1 degree, like I told you, we move backwards in 72 years. And now we have 6.5 degrees in Pisces. This means we have to wait 72 years, and this with 6.5 multiplication. And this is about 468 years that we need until we will reach the age of Aquarius. And for this, it is not next year and not in 5 years, we need a little bit more. The second reason why the Vedic system is so special is that we do not only analyze a horoscope from the placement of the sun, like the Western astrology does, because the sun is a very important planet. A very, very important planet, and it is the masculine energy. And so the Western astrology system is more oriented like as a male science. And Vedic astrology is a completely other system and takes in account that also the moon is equally important, an equally important factor. And the orbit of the moon is different from the orbit of the sun. And we know the junctions when both orbits intersect are very important for us humans, because those are the eclipses when both planets, they come together at those points. And in Vedic astrology, this is very important to understand that the moon is as similar important, and also the orbit of the moon is as similar important as the orbit of the sun, because the moon stands for our perception. The sun stands for the divine itself, for God. But God burns, and we cannot experience the sun like the sun, because the sun will burn us. But the moon, the reflection of the sun, is like we experience our life. It is our perspective. And this is like we are looking from the eyes of the moon. And so the moon is very, very important. And in Vedic astrology, the moon is very important starting point for your life and for your life cycles, but more about in a moment. And the moon shows you how your life develops and what the reason are why one thing or another is like this or like that in your life, how you perceive everything in your life, and how you color your life. Everything is about the moon. And we have in Vedic astrology 27 lunar mansions. And I have had absolutely extraordinary experiences with the energies of the Nakshatras. Nakshatras, this name is the name for the lunar mansions, and the cycle of the moon, you might know, is about 1 month that the moon needs to make one cycle. And the moon is every day in another lunar mansion, in another nakshatra. And those nakshatras, if you know the meaning of them, they are very powerful when you understand those energies. This can help you a lot to understand your life on a deeper level and how you can grow in your life and make better decisions in your life. And this you can find everything in your own horoscope, in your Vedic horoscope. You cannot find those things in your Western astrology horoscope. You need a Vedic astrology horoscope. And I will write a book about these special energies of the nakshatras, because they are absolutely fascinating. How we can recognize how much our individual life is planned, and with that we can also realize what our karma is and our soul plan, and can understand those things that happen in our life in a better way. The third reason why the Vedic astrology system is so great is that we have a Dasha System. What is a Dasha System? It means where your moon is at your birth determines this nakshatra, the calculation of different life cycles, which are again assigned to the planets, the energies of the planets. And so we can make predictions for people who are unique. And often people are absolutely amazed when I say something around the time you move or you had children, and how exactly I can hit those marks by knowing those life cycles, those dashas, because of the Dasha system. And my software shows me those dashas. I do not have to calculate it. And so it's really easy to see it in the horoscope. Number 4, why I love Vedic astrology and why I think this system is so important. It is a far older system than the Western system and helps you to make deep analysis possible. The ancient sages, those wisdom people, have developed so many special techniques and methods that are really fascinating. I learn more and more every day. And as an example, the degree number alone, you can see and find it in your horoscope if your Venus is at 10 degrees or at 15 degrees or what else. And this number, like 10 or 15, for example, where your Venus is located, because every zodiac sign, we have 12 zodiac signs, also in Vedic astrology, like in the Western system, and every zodiac sign is about 30 degrees. And this is also one house. We have 12 houses. And those degrees, if you know those number, and then you can look when you maybe met your husband the first time, it might be at from the date that you meet your husband at a 10th or a 15th of the month. It's really amazing. It's all connected. The planets are really connected to your energy. And then we also have shadow planets. The shadow planets, for example, of Saturn are Gulika and Mandi. And they give us a lot of information whether something is just good for us or not. And if you have an important question for your life, you can just open, if you have an astrology software, the software, a new horoscope of the moment when you ask this question, and then you look where Gulika and Mandi sits, and you will find there the answer, and much, much more. It is really fascinating what you can find with Vedic astrology. And those planets, they are really not any alien or distant lights out there in the sky. Those planets are part of your energy system. And we may learn more and more in those high frequency times we now achieve, that we can understand those opportunities and those energies on a larger level, who we really are. And when we understand those energies, we not only understand ourselves so much better, but we become truly creators of our life. Conscious manifestation is only possible when you really understand who you are. And this is the thing that I learned so much from Vedic astrology, to connect to my energy system, to understand everything in the universe on a deeper level. And if you are interested in Vedic astrology, then you can learn it from scratch with me in my online course. And there you have the possibility to ask your questions directly in our live calls. And in the course itself, you will find a lot of small videos where you learn everything about the planets, the houses, the zodiac signs, and how you can bring it all together to understand and to read a horoscope. And then you can ask your questions in the live course. And there we also analyze a lot of horoscopes, so you can learn it from the base on. And it is really a wonderful system. And of course, I wrote a book about Vedic astrology. It's this handbook. There you also find all those basics, informations about the houses. And there are a lot of also pictures where you can understand it in an easier way, what the meaning is, and there you can find what means when Mars is in the 3rd house. Everything is here in the book, so you can also start with the book. But you need a Vedic horoscope. That's really important. You cannot use a Western horoscope because the planets are in different signs. They are in other degrees, and also we have those important Nakshatras and other very important aspects in Vedic astrology. And when you are interested, you find all those links below this video. And I wish you the light of wisdom, which Jyotish means. Translated, Jyotish is the Sanskrit word for Vedic astrology, that this wisdom will serve you to experience more of yourself and to understand you on a deeper level, and most important, to enlighten your life and to find your true inner being, because this, to live your true inner being, this is your destiny. But one more thing, which is also very important. I have no interest to tell you what is right for you. Those two systems, the Vedic astrology system and the Western system, are simply two completely different systems, and both are important and can help you to understand yourself on a higher level and the world. And the planets and houses, they do not have exactly the same meaning in both systems, but there are many similarities. And also in which relationship the planet stands to each other is just, no matter of the degree, very important. And when it comes to predictions, so it is not about a wrong or a right system, but look with what you resonate. And there are great Western astrologers that I really appreciate for their great work. And in this sense, thank you very much, and please do not forget to share this video. I love you. Namaste.